Good afternoon. Welcome to Camnet TV Midday News. I am Precious Mzea Sakaleji. The headlines. PF accuses government of secretly refining the Republican Constitution. Police chief checks on political interference in public facilities. Join me with the details after this commercial.
Team, the trajectory of the business looks very positive, and it looks like we'll be able to launch the ministry.
There's so much data.
Mom.
Yes, baby.
It says here, global warming and climate change is caused by the pollution from careless activities of human beings.
Wow!
Son, do you know I can turn my phone into a TV remote?
How's that possible?
It's so easy. Check this out.
Be smart, be fast with mega data from Zamtel. Get your 15 GB mobile data for only 100 kwacha, 30 GB mobile data for only 200 kwacha, and your 70 GB LTE data bundle with free Netflix, YouTube, Facebook, and WhatsApp. Visit our Facebook page, website, or service centers countrywide for more information. Zamtel, your digital lifestyle partner.
To all parents and guardians of the Camnet Stars, be informed that there will be a meeting at the Healing Word Ministries International Church in Ibex Hill on 22nd January 2022. Time 10 hours to 11:30 hours. The future of this nation is in the hands of your children.
And we are just preparing for the game next week, the friendly match. We are working really hard and preparing for our first match.
Camnet Stars, the upcoming soccer giants in Zambia.
And other media news in detail. Technology and Science Minister Felix Mutati has stressed the need to enhance the use of green charcoal that is made from agricultural waste to reduce deforestation in the country. Speaking when he officiated at the charcoal briquette project launched for Chikankata Secondary School and Namembo communities, Mr. Mutati says the project will act as a sustainable solution to climate change, as there will not be no more cutting down of trees in Southern Province. He adds that the upscaling of the charcoal briquette technologies in Zambia will act as an alternative source of energy and respond to the call of exploring alternative energy sources. And Green Economy and Environment Minister Collins Nzovu says once the project is implemented, it will discourage the cutting down of trees and encourage the use of agricultural waste, which contributes to emission of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Meanwhile, Her Royal Highness Chieftainess Mwenda has extended her gratitude to government for the developmental support rendered to her chiefdom.
Majority of Zambians depend on wood for cooking and heating energy due to its affordability, accessibility for meeting people's need. While it offers a low-cost means for cooking, heating homes, and powering industrial activities, a sizable proportion of it is obtained unsustainably, leading to deforestation and land degradation. In order to address this issue, government has over the years launched different projects in partnership with other institutions. This afternoon, Minister of Technology and Science Felix Mutati officiated at the launch of the Charcoal Brigade project for Chikankata Secondary School and Namimbo communities in Chikankata District, Southern Province.
Applying technology and innovation were here in Chikankata to provide a solution, a sustainable solution to climate change. We are going to break new ground today and bring here in Chikankata a machine that is going to be making green charcoal. This green charcoal will be made from agricultural waste and not from cutting down trees. We will no longer cut down trees in Chikankata.
The project, once implemented, will discourage the cutting down of trees and encourage the use of agricultural waste, which contributes to emission of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. National Technology Business Center is behind this project.
Which we are bringing to Chikankata is aimed at mobilizing and supporting rural community groups to venture into green charcoal fabricating. And the support that the NGBC is bringing to Chikankata is meant to commence studying, improving the quality of the green charcoal, utilizing more efficient and cleaner green charcoal, upgrading technologies, and deploying industrial best practices, and most importantly,
different government officials were in attendance of the event.
So, guest of honor, my ministry will be ready to work with yourself. My ministry is also ready to ensure that climate finance, which is now readily available, is utilized efficiently with your ministry.
Meanwhile, Her Royal Highness Chieftainess Mwenda thanked government for the support. Miriam Kemba, reporting for Camnet TV News.
Patriotic Front Vice President Gibbon Vinda has charged that the party does not want to associate itself with what it has termed as a shambolic constitution-making process. Mr. Luwinda has charged that the ruling United Party for National Development has started receiving submissions on the constitution secretly without widely consulting the Zambian people. He has demanded high-level consultation, transparency and accountability in the constitution reform process if they are to participate. And Mr. Luwinda has alleged that the government wants to hand back Konkola copper mines to Vendetta Resource, which will come back as a different firm.
Recently, Minister of Mines and Mineral Development Paul Kabuswe said the UPND government will find a competent investor to take over Konkola Copper Mines KCM on the Copper Belt once the liquidation process of the mine comes to an end. Speaking to KCM workers who wrote a petition to President Hakainde Hichilema, Mr. Kabuswe said consultations were underway on which investor will take over the mining giant. Meanwhile, the opposition Patriotic Front Thursday, 20 February 2021, held a press briefing to preempt alleged government intentions by suggesting that the investor it is looking for is none other than Vendetta Resources, which will come behind a different company.
Zambians are therefore asking who is buying the mine. There is no doubt that the process to sell has already commenced. We have evidence that the process to sell KCM has already commenced. However, on behalf of the Zambian people, we unfortunately come to the conclusion that only those who understand the mine can buy it through this abridged process. And in this case, it can only be.
The opposition leader also accused the government of taking a lenient approach in terms of taxing investors in the mining sector.
The way Panama is doing is how governments that are serious about their countries benefiting from their God-given resources operate. Unlike ours, which gives everything away to investors on the pretext that they will invest more. Now you say don't pay so you can invest more. And when they invest more, again they will say we'll invest more. So when will Zambia benefit? When? It's the same as telling a person, you can come and rent my house. Don't pay rent because you have promised that you're going to pay more when you have more children.
Mr. Luwinda has charged that the party does not want to associate itself from what it termed as a shambolic constitution-making process. He has demanded high-level consultation, transparency and accountability in the constitution reform process if they are to participate.
We have nothing to boycott, but will not take part in anything that we know is a mockery. And fortunately for us, we set the goalpost. Through the process that we used, we set the goalpost. And they said this goalpost is too low. We want it higher. So we have a measure already. The beauty is we have a measure. If they do anything that is below the goalpost that we set, then we'll tell them, Chitani, Bolivani, will not take part. Not that we'll boycott, we'll just not take part. We have the liberty not to take part.
He also underscored the need to desist from insulting the president.
So yes, I would like to appeal to Zambians, please, don't you insult. Don't insult me. Don't insult anyone. It does not only have to be President Hakainde, it's anybody. Don't insult. I've been here with you for more than an hour. I've not insulted anybody. Because I think that when I insult, I'm demeaning my stature, I'm demeaning myself. So yes, I agree with this one. So please don't insult. But also, don't be uncivilized.
Patrick Soko, Camnet News in Lusaka.
In other news, Irene Mbewe of George Compound in Lusaka's Matera constituency has narrated to Camnet TV how unscrupulous individuals have been taking advantage of her 23-year-old child living with a disability by allegedly sexually abusing her. In an interview with Camnet News, Ms. Mbewe, who is a single parent, says it has been difficult to strike a balance between working and taking care of her daughter. Meanwhile, Matera constituency Lima Ward Councillor Daniel Mwewa says the family needs emotional and financial support.
In 2010, the Zambian government ratified the United Nations Convention on Rights of Persons Living with Disability, intended to protect the rights and dignity of persons living with disability. And the country is implementing the Persons with Disabilities Act of 2012. However, advancing the rights of persons with disability has remained a challenge in the country. In Lusaka's Matera constituency, in George Compound, lives Irene Mbewe, a single parent whose 23-year-old daughter lives with a disability. She cannot walk upright because of her condition, and suspected individuals have taken advantage of her by sexually abusing her, as the mother narrates.
Nilikuwa na futa ya mwana, nina mwana ni disabled, saenda. Olo nikanika nilipewa muna wananitaka kudala. So nikachoka hapo mwana abantu bamasalamu lepinga, so sipandao zino sinchitabili bonzi. Imangaza pe nilingale, sikoja utikale nikachoka hapo, nipeza mwana nishiwamu lepinga wanyamata.
Irene tells us that life has been hard because she has to spend more time looking after her child, hence calling on government to help with funds to start a business. Meanwhile, Lima Ward Councillor Daniel Mwewa expressed concern over the kind of life this family is living.
She just grows. So people tend to take advantage to have kind of knowledge against her consent and against her will. So it's quite a sad situation. So I think as the area councillor, my appeal to the government, to the business community, well-wishers, the church, and other stakeholders, just to come to the aid of this family.
Members of the community also spoke to us.
We are afraid of Irene Mbewe. Mwana akapata challenge sana. Akapata challenge sana kaitaenda ikarafia. So there's a lot of which needs to be done for her. Because everything she does it where she sits. That's why she does everything. So now if I could help so that she can have help to sell anything so that she's...
Disability affects people of all ages and gender. In Zambia, persons living with disability can play a vital role in making a better society if given a chance. Blessings Chakwila, Camnet News, Lusaka.
Traders and bus drivers around Lusaka Central Business District say the overall situation on cadres collecting illegal levies in markets and bus stations has improved since the coming of the United Party for National Development and Administration into office. Others, such as some bus drivers operating from Lusaka City Market, however, allege that there are still a few cadres harassing them. The traders told this to Camnet News during a heightened fact-finding mission of cadreism in public facilities by Zambia Police Inspector General Lemi Kajova in the company of the two police deputy inspector generals Thursday.
It was a heightened operation Thursday morning as Zambia Police Inspector General Lemi Kajova went on a fact-finding mission around markets and bus stations in Lusaka Central Business District to ascertain the situation of political party cadres in these facilities. Political party cadres alleged to be from the Patriotic Front have allegedly been harassing citizens in these facilities, a situation which some say was inherited by cadres from the United Party for National Development UPND. The new administration, however, has come strong against this vice, promising the full wrath of the law to perpetrators. Police Inspector General Lemi Kajova, in the company of Deputy Police Inspector General in charge of administration Doris Nayame and Deputy Police Inspector General in charge of operations Muna Muyambango, toured these facilities. The police in Tuareg assessed major public facilities, namely Intercity Bus Terminus, Kulima Tower Bus Station, Wuseko Market, and City Market. The general response from council officials, traders, and drivers is that there is a general improvement in these facilities.
One for the freedom. Kulibati vuta. So angati wafuna kukunya basi wa UPND wapati pasangram. Fatili PF. Yenzotenga mahala. Ku airport mahala not lipia ngram. But the government yakwela hapo hii. Sitazipo mwechesi ngatunzi.
Kuza nivazona pano. Kuli banga nsontere ko kwati paliko kad. Muno kuli be makada banasira. Tina mtendere mshemushi. Tuzisebenzera mwetufuni. Makada kuli be banaina. Banafuno vote first 2 weeks after close. PF. Benzo bwera but after wabili bachoka bati apalibe chat. Ambira na statement ya president ya no kadarism. Kuli be mwantu wa mulungu.
Ngaba makada zikulibe mwantu bazali kutemotezo ngari ya kudala mulapa kulibe tika chingoli.
Some bus drivers spoken to by Camnet News at City Market, however, alleged that this vice has not completely phased out.
Each station to buses 300 kwacha every day. Drama za chilimba za bus drivers. Au makadaza wanapanga yozi ati many committee ati wanaichitira form ku secretariat ya UPND. So mabotenga ndalama kujaza ma drivers 300 each station every day. Ngatsufu na wabo kupisha. Wabo kunyamula wamandotenga magari bachoka tu kwakanyama kwa tuwa duani huko ndiko mabwera tuchinika wa duani. Wabo kunyamula kubo kutenga kupeleka kuja kwenda kuchaya. Kuforce ngati paka wafio mapasa hizo ndalama.
Speaking at the Zambia Police Force headquarters, the police IG has warned of stern action against cadres who may want to harass citizens in the new administration.
However, I'm also aware, or equally aware, that there are a few criminal-minded individuals masquerading as UPND cadres who are going against those directives by soliciting for money from businessmen and women who are trading in these areas. As police, we will ensure that the new order of doing things in all the trading places across the country is in tandem with the policies of the new Dawn government of respecting the rule of law and human rights. Therefore, for those who choose to defy these directives, we will ensure that they are held accountable for their wrongdoings as individuals by bringing them to book.
The police IG has also directed that security should be enhanced at public facilities to prevent theft of property. Zipora Mchala, Camnet News, Lusaka.
PF accuses government of secretly refining the Republican Constitution. Police chief checks on political interference in public facilities. Those were the headlines. Thank you for watching. I am Precious Mzea Sakaleji. Good afternoon.